Good evening, friends. I'm Pooja Gandhi from Kirin Advisors. Welcome to the virtual IPO roadshow of Micropro Software Solutions Limited. Micropro, one of the leading IT solutions providers with a rich legacy spanning over decades, stands as a beacon of excellence in the realm of technology. With an adept team comprising more than 150 IT professionals, Micropro has carved a niche for itself by successfully developing and implementing cutting edge IT projects for medium and large scale enterprises. Joining us today, Mr. Manish Peshkar, Executive Director and CTO. Welcome, sir.
Hello.
Mr. Sanjay Mokashi, Managing Director. Welcome, sir.
Welcome.
Now I request Manish ji to give detailed presentation of the company. Over to you, sir.
Yeah, let me. Yeah, I hope the screen is visible, and let me take you through about the company. As Pooja has already said, it is more than 3 decades old company. We are a dedicated team based out of Nagpur and operating in India, USA, UAE, and African market. Right, and we are largely known as the customized software solution provider, although we have our own products in place. And I think these figures below explains the track record of us, that 35 plus years of experience, team, 4,000 plus clients. And as I will take you along, each 4,000 is so big that into each one client can be even contemplated as 4,000 clients. So that's the size, which we have. There are vision and mission statement of the company. These are various landmarks, wherein Micropro has significantly progressed and got into a different domain or maybe different challenging projects. So let me not get into the details of this, right? These are our partners. You name the person, we have, Adobe, Veritas, Amazon, Oracle. So all big names of IT industry, we are a partner of that, be it a database company or be it a cybersecurity company or be it an operating system company. We have partnered with them for a long time, providing our solutions on these platforms. This is what is our present office based out of Nagpur. These are the various awards and recognitions we got it from these multinationals, right? Be it HP or so forth. So basically, we invest in technology and we invest in domains because, as our company name says, it's Micropro Software Solutions. So we are committed to providing the real-time solutions to the customer. Unless his problem is solved, nobody is going to give you a new project or the new work, right? So basically, it's a solution providing company. As far as our team is concerned here, which manages the company, we are three, headed by Mr. Sanjay Mokashi. I have my colleague, Mr. Meher Pofli, and myself, who is the CTO of the company. Meher takes care of the infrastructure and the security solutions part of the company. We have our board of directors, Sanuja Bisa, she is a company secretary. Dr. Parag Deshpande, who is a professor of computer science in Vishweshwaraya Regional Institute of Technology, and Mr. Sandeep Agrawal, who is a chartered accountant by profession. Just to give you a brief about the company, Micropro is divided into mainly two, and if you further subdivide it into three areas. One is we have our product called PharmaZip, which is a solution for pharmaceutical wholesalers and distributors. Right? We have 6,000 customers of this product alone in Central India. Okay. The second segment which we talk about are the products for our SME segment. So we have a complete hospital management solution which does the automation for hospital operations. That product name is called HospiCare, right? We have another product which is for distribution management, per se logistics, wherein we are taking care of about 1,800 entities of Dinshaw's ice cream, right from when the cold chain product leaves the factory till you actually consume in the parlor. All these entire supply chain management is done through this, right? And then the third area where we talk about the custom projects in the journey of 35 plus years, we did a lot of projects for the country. I mean, earlier, Mr. Sanjay has mentioned in the past that, or that is there in the RSP, but then you have done it for BHL, we have done it for modular furniture industry, a lot many players. We have, and two which are listed here is basically a property tax management for Mumbai city, right? And we have also provided a digital marketplace or a digital platform for the farmers of this country. That was a dream project of Mr. Narendra Modi's government in 2016. So till from 2016 till today, we have designed, we have enhanced, we have monitored, we have managed that complete platform for this country, where about 1.7 crore farmers are registered and they do their trading on this platform, right? So that's the largest transaction processing system, possibly one of the largest processing system which this country has. Okay. Moving forward, little detail into our healthcare solution. We have, I mean, right from the moment patient is in till he is discharged after either a consultation or maybe after admitting in a hospital and doing multiple surgery, I mean multiple procedures, and then he gets a discharge card and leaves the hospital. The entire thing is covered in our application. Apart from this, we also tie up with the various insurance companies and the health authorities of the country. This product is very popular in UAE market, right? Wherein at the moment patient is admitted, you need to intimate it to insurance. Every service which is rendered, there is some portion of it is reimbursed by insurance. All these things are automated on this in this product. Right, as far as distribution management solution is concerned, here, I mean, normal order booking, delivery, dispatch, invoicing, that is all there. But then what is important is basically the Salesforce management, the bid, the bid tracking, the way the optimum, the route optimization for those sales team. All those things are part of this solution. Okay. And the most important and challenging for all the people who work in this area is basically the implementation of schemes at various levels. So the hierarchy is basically the manufacturing company or the central warehouse, then the the branch structure of the company, then you have super distributor, below that distributors, then you have sub distributors who eventually bill it to the retailers. That's the kind of structure which they have. Right. Then I mentioned about our pharma solution, which is, apart from the complete food and drug compliance for all those pharmaceutical distributors, we have even a mobile app, wherein a retailer can, give and place an order to his wholesaler, through that app. And a lot of pharma company teams come to distributor for collection of that primary data, that who is buying which kind of goods for sales movement. We have created an MR portal for them, so we can authorize them, to take their relevant report from the application. Property tax management of Mumbai city, the right from the demand which you get till you get a refund, or maybe you pay the bill, whatever are revised, whatever is exempted, right? I mean, in for last 2 years, we have seen that all 500 square feet flats, the property tax was made free. So it was no tax was charged on it. All that happens through this application for Mumbai city, and there are almost 20 plus integrations which we have done with the native applications of MCGM, right? Yeah, here right from, I mean, all mandi operations, if you are aware of it, is called APMC in Maharashtra, mandi in Chhattisgarh and Madhya Pradesh, right? And even in North, it is called mandi, wherein a farmer beans is produced. So right from gate entry of his goods to assaying the quality of the produce, right? Then the lots are put on a digital platform for digital trading, wherein an auction takes place digitally. The moment auction gets closed, the highest bidder is awarded that thing. Then you have the payment, the sale agreement, and then finally the buyer pays to an escrow account, which this platform settles it every 30 minutes to actual farmer's account. That's the kind of complexity, and we uh, carry out about, I mean, concurrently there are about 9,000 users at any point in time round the clock on this platform, and there are about 7 lakh transactions which happen every day, right? So in nutshell, these are the set of services which we offer. We are into IT infrastructure management services, we are in network and security services, we are offering cloud computing services. This e-governance is a slightly broader term, but what e-governance is wherein the property tax, earlier we have done it, the Octroi for Mumbai city. So all those solutions fall under this e-government governance category. Apart from that, there are certain, as I have stated, hospitals are our customers, Octroi was our customer, maybe property tax, electronic national agriculture market. All these things are 24 by 7. So we require we offer manpower services as well to monitor and manage these platforms. Right, IT infrastructure management services, it starts from the last mile, because all applications nowadays are either app based or maybe the browser based. So it starts from end user management to virtualization services, and there's a whole lot of technical set which is there. Let me not read out that completely, but then including the remote infrastructure management, that is all those set of activities which we carry out at Micro. Slightly more deep dive into network services, right from, I mean, whether you have wired or wireless, then whether it is through, I mean, some other Bluetooth or something else. So all those technicalities are, explained in this stuff as to how those are carried out. Cloud computing, yes, people talk about business requirement, but there are certain patches of blocks where even these services are not accessible. In these situations, there are certain other set of activities which one has to carry out so that these services are made available to the end user. Yes, initiate. I mean, e-governance. All these projects which I talked about, it starts from capturing of the basic last mile data to planning, then execution, monitoring and control. There are a lot of legal compliance also. I mean, in the form of either government directives or GRs or maybe the legal structures. But those are to be incorporated, and then project needs to be completed. Yeah, as far as manpower services, this is purely a skill-based, offerings. So somebody would look for only the report development kind of skills. Yes, we do offer Jasper report. These things. Somebody wants, only database to be managed. So we offer those DBA services as well. This is industry overview, global market industry overview. These figures are well known. Let me not read out those in details. I think these slides are self-explanatory. I think this demand will continuously grow, and there is a space and for the right people, who adapt to the newer technologies and adapt to a change. Definitely, this is a growing market. These are our financial highlights. which are part of RHP as well. So now from next slide onward, I would like Mr. Mukashi to uh, take this further so that I can move to, yeah.
Yes, hello. Myself, Sanjay Mukashi. I'll just give you issue highlight. Something like the issue size is around 37 lakh 90,400 equity shares of rupees 10 face value, and the offer size is around 30.70 crores. It's uh, the issue price of rupees 81, and something like the lot size is of around 1,600 equity shares. The offer is going to be opened on 3rd November, that is Friday, 2023, and the offer closing is around 7th November 2023. This is overall the picture of this issue. Thank you.
Thank you, Sanjay ji. Thank you, Manish ji, for explaining very well. Now we'll start with question and answer session. I request all the participants to please post your questions in the comment box. So first question is from Miss Ananya Swaminathan. Hello, sir. I wanted to know what is the contribution to the revenue from our four businesses segment: IT infrastructure management, network security, cloud computing, and manpower services.
I can give you I can answer this question.
Yes, sir.
Like
Please go ahead.
if you say the four business segment, if you talk about IT infrastructure, that is facility management and network security, which is into a combination, this comprises of around 25 to 30% of our overall revenue. And regarding this cloud computing, which which is we can say which either through the projects or through the products. So that revenue comes out to be around 50 to 60%, and the rest something like is from through you can say the AMC contracts or our other pharmaceutical it is distributed into the balance. This is what.
Okay. Move on to next question. Mr. Gaurav Mehta, what is our iteration rate?
So at this moment, the market situation regarding the IT is not so favorable regarding this manpower. It's very low. But in the peak time, our iteration rate comes out to be around 13 to 15%.
Okay. Move on to next question. Mr. Anurag Shaha, what our new products, software launches are in pipeline?
See, as far as softwares are concerned, I think, as I have explained, the softwares mainly falls under the area of the custom projects. So that we really cannot predict. Of course, there are certain things which are at tender stage. It depends how they materialize. But as far as new products are concerned, the basic underlying platform would continue to remain same. See, earlier also we were managing inventory. Now also we manage the inventory, but the way inventory is being managed, there are certain AI components which are added into it. There are certain automation features which are given to that. So those things will always be, which is a continuous process, which will continue to be there. And definitely, as as a basic philosophy, I would like to introduce, AI piece everywhere and wherever it is possible in my application.
Okay.
I'll just add to this point. The new product which we are going to launch is the pharmaceutical software, which we have got around 6,000 installations in this country. We are coming out with a new technology, and beta version is running. So hopefully in this January 2024, this product is going to be launched. Similarly, our Hospicare, that is HMI solution, which is more prevalent into UA market, that is also coming out with a new technology, with an open source technology, something like that. These are the two new products we are going to have it into this market. Okay.
Move on to next question from Kojin. What is our working capital cycle and what is the optimum cycle company can maintain?
Yeah, I just brief you about the working capital cycle, because if you talk about products, then something like 3 to 5 months is a period which is more, you can say. But when come to projects, then we are going to set a milestones for the payment. But maybe due to delay either from our side or from the client side, so slightly it increases, around 6 to 8 months it takes. So optimum, we prefer that any of the, you can say, any of the deliverables and the payback should be less than, say, 45 days. We always expect to use that target.
Okay. Move on to next question from Bharti Agarwal. What are our clients? Who are our clients?
Yes.
Let me take it up. I mean, as far as pharma is concerned, we have that 6,000 customers, which we have already said. They are basically various wholesalers and distributors of the city. Every city has got a sort of medical market or a Dabai market, right? In central India, there are 50, somewhere more than 35 are our customers. That's the kind of ratio. As far as our hospitals are concerned, the at least 6 out of top 15 hospitals, or 7 out of top 15 hospitals are our customers in UAE market. We have started expanding them in India as well. The prominent name here we have is basically Alexis Hospital here in Nagpur. Again, these are the well-known hospitals in Nagpur. So these are our India. India, we have very few customers of hospital, but in UAE, we have Zulekha, Amina, IPO. They're all a series, a list of customers, right? And as far as distribution management system is concerned, we have Dinshaw's ice cream, wherein I have told you that there are 1,800 various players, various companies, distributors, super distributors. We have onboarded on single platform. So whether to consider that as one customer or 1,800 customer, that's up to us. But then that's one single platform. Customer is only one Dinshaw's ice cream. And now they are selling, I mean, all their dairy products, all their even namkeen, everything is through this channel itself.
Okay.
Right. And the prominent names I have taken: the Ministry of Agriculture, the Mumbai Municipal Corporation, right? So these are the prominent names. In the past, there were BHEL, the Blue-Plast Ergonomics, who were in a well-known name in modular furniture. Today in Spacewood, they are also our customers. So that list is here. That's
Move on to next question. Bimal Gandhi, what is contribution from our top 10 clients?
Sanjay, I think.
Now, I have briefed you. Most of the top clients, which Manish has given you names like Zuleka Hospital, Inan, or you can talk about Dinsha's ice cream, or Spacewood, or the property tax. So these are all these customers. They are into something like either into AMC mode, it is annual maintenance, or on the monthly mode. So you can talk there, and there are projects which are ongoing projects. So naturally, that clients is on the list. But if you name a few which already money has given, so you can call the revenue, major revenue of something around 70 to 80% come from these customers. Rest are the customers who are something like a small time projects or something like that. So you can call that these are the major customers where it comes.
Okay. Next question is from Kojin Finbis. Workforce growth last 3 years vis attrition rate of last 3 years.
See, I think this question, I think seems to be a repeat question. Mukesh, Sanjay has already answered that our iteration rate is anywhere between 10 to 15%, and the growth has been every year we add a force of about uh, almost see, because ours is it is not just the increase in number of employees, it is those skills and the areas of expertise which are required. So we may have one person but who is managing actually 10 clients, so the his role and his presence becomes very, very important within the company. So it's not just like we are taking a task for 10 people. It is not so. It is basically a Linux configuration or hardening of operating system where the specific skill is required. So I think this question, as far as CTO is concerned, this is not very applicable to us.
Okay. Move on to next question from Neha Sharma. Your major revenues come from maintenance and support services. What is the normal contract period with clients from this stream?
See, contract period, once the application is over, contract period, it is renewed on a yearly basis. It is not beyond that. Except for certain, I would say, state government or a central government projects wherein they envisage a contract period of 4 years, at times 5 years, at times 6 years.
Okay. Next question from Bimal Gandhi. What are planned capex for next 2 years?
Sanjay,
Yes. Something if you can go with our RFP document, we have already mentioned is something like the planned capex is something around 6 to 7 crores of this INR which we have planned.
Okay. Move on to next question from Bumper Robert. What is the revenue bifurcation between government and private sectors?
It is something around 40 to 60%. 40% comes from government and 60% comes from private sectors.
Okay. Next question is from Gaurav Mehta. Can you elaborate on the impact has had on farmers and traders in India?
yeah, I think this is an interesting question and the answer may take long, but then let me try to explain you in a brief. See, there is a tons and tons of documentation available as farmers have been exploited. Farmers of this country have been exploited for last few decades. That is where Narendra Modi government brought in this idea of electronic national agriculture market. The details of all these as to how much they have been benefited, to what extent, how many have been onboarded, how many states are on this platform. All those details are available on enam.gov.in on a government website. So I think the details of the impact, each and every impact, that you can read it out on there. But definitely that was a landmark decision of government of Narendra Modi's government, wherein they provided a digital platform and allowed the ecosystem to trade interstate and at national level. So soon, had those farmer laws gone ahead, we would have had something like an Amazon for farmers. That would have had a great impact on farmers' life. And earlier, those, as they called adtiyas or bicholias in the country, they were paying to the farmer at their wish and will. But now they get a settlement. The moment trade happens, they get a settlement on 30th minute. So that's the kind of that's the impact which possibly this platform has brought to the life of the farmers. And for traders also, it has become easy. And to elaborate it more, I would say, if few of us who have witnessed, the evolution of railway ticketing system, wherein earlier we only used to get a computerized ticket instead of the manual tickets those days. But now if you go to irctc.com or any of the app, the moment you say I am going to get down at this station, they'll say, would you like to have for taxi, would you like to have an hotel booked? So all those ecosystem will evolve as it progresses further. So that is how it will impact farmers as well as traders of this country. And possibly as a citizen, we would also get in a much cheaper rate at a good quality material. That is how I look at it.
Very well answered, sir. Move on to next question from Kojit. How many software developers we have in our company?
See, from the total strength, we have, to be more precise, we have about 95 core software development people in the company who control these kind of, core engines and platforms.
Okay. Move on to next question from Ananya Saminathan. Where you see attractive margins among four business verticals.
I think, of course, Sanjay can answer this better, but let me take a liberty to answer. Always the custom projects give you more margins.
Okay.
Because that is something where your skills are valued, your time is valued, your the necessity of the customer, the problem statement of the customer, all these go and add up to the price component.
Okay. Move on to next question from Srinivas. What are the company strategies to tackle competition from large IT firms for competitiveness? How the company is optimizing its cost structure, improving productivity, efficiency, etc.
Okay, as far as tackling the competition is concerned, as I have said in my presentation, that we have named, or rather our company name says it's Micropro Software Solution. So we try to build a custom project only where the real problem exists and we are trying to find a solution for it. Right? So where possibly the large firms would take either more time, to address that, and possibly the maintenance would also be higher for that customer. So that is how we tackle the competition as far as large IT firms are concerned. As far as the cost competitiveness, how the company is optimizing the cost structure and improving the productivity, definitely we are the same people, who have been running the show for last 30 plus years. So we have developed, of course, CMM and all those things have come up in the recent past, right? As a real implementation in the company, but we have our processes and systems in place, which allows us to, do the reusability. We have our own internal frameworks and processes which separates the critical aspect of the code against the normal code. So all those things we already have those things in place in our company. Thereby we actually go and try to reuse maximum piece of code, thereby optimizing the cost and efficiency as well, because the time to deliver the solution to the customer is less.
Okay. Move on to next question. Anurag Shah. What is our export contribution? Which countries do we have our presence?
Okay, I'll just answer. You can say if Micropro has got a presence in UAE from last 20 years, our more focus is onto hospital management system only. So you can call something like 70% of the hospitals in UAE are of Micropros, HMI, hospital that is. We have got a presence in Africa. So recently we have took an order from Botswana, the country, and we are planning to set up an office over there. We have got a presence in Seychelles, which is a small island, again for that hospital management office. So our next area is we have got our partners in USA where we are doing all the turnkey projects from here. So so you can call. We are looking for an expansion in Gulf, right up to Saudi. There are a lot of references and these are coming. So we can say in another 1 or 2 years we'll have entire Gulf our presence into a Gulf and African countries. This is what our ambitious plan is.
Okay. Move on to next question from Ananya Swaminathan. What is our staff strength?
Sanjay, would you like? Sanjay?
Yes.
Sanjay sir, would you
Yeah,
like to
would you like?
answer what is
Yeah,
our
please.
staff strength?
Hey, you want something like that number of count or something like
Yes, sir.
technology?
Number of counts.
Yeah, the total strength is about 124. That is what we at present.
Okay. Next question is from Deepika Chadha. What is a headcount addition expected in next 2 years?
We plan to have anywhere around 200 to 250, right? I mean, that is what is a headcount expected, but definitely, as I explained earlier, it based on those skilled areas and with the relevant expertise. Just for the sake of headcount, because we are not a company who go by headcount and only provide those services.
Okay.
Yeah,
Move on to next question from Bumper Robert. Who will be our nearest competitor in district space?
yeah. Sanjay is okay.
Who will be our
Okay.
nearest competitors in district space?
See, if you ask about the competitors in our software companies, so there are many. If you call about HMI solution, there are plenty of software available. Our strength, you can say, including our pharmaceutical product and something like even hospital, our strength is something like it is a robust product which we have delivered. And if you see the amount of customers we have retained, because if you talk about Zurich Hospital, we have retained that customer from last 20 years. So if you call about our pharmaceutical, we have got the same customers who are using our software for last 25 plus years. So this is our basic strength, and that competition is going to be there. There are so many new players are coming, and so many players which are coming with a little crazy prices will kill the market. Will try to compete in the market. But ultimately, we have got something like the technology. We are quite impressed with the technology, and we can say we are upgrading our product with a lot of features we are adding every year, and we are changing the technology. Means when you talk about earlier, we used to have a client server, then we have a browser base. Now we are into totally on a cloud base. Our all these products are on the cloud, so that is the beauty of it.
Okay.
Okay.
Move on to next question from Abhishek Yadav. Are there plans for expanding into new geographic markets?
We have to explain. I have explained you. The African countries and you entire Gulf is going to be because Gulf we have already have an experience and we have got people in place. So we can have a virtual office or our site offices into this place.
Okay.
Of course, we have got some tie-ups with US also. So that is also will be coming.
Move on to next question from Srinivas. Are you looking at M&A to beat the competition? If so, do you have in-house a cooperative development team which is constantly looking for M&A opportunities?
Can you tell us what is that M&A all about? I'm sorry.
Um, M&A, I think it's a marketing agencies to beat the competitor.
Oh, if it is marketing agencies as a question, then I would like to take it that no, in that such tie-ups would not help us because these products are of course on highly technical in terms of the functionality as well, right? So unless somebody having a domain expertise in that area, then only it is possible. Otherwise, it's not possible. So our strategic tie-ups would also we would be looking for which have got an expertise in that particular domain to expand.
Okay.
We already have the types.
Next question is from Mr. Abhishek Yadav. What cloud platforms does the company primarily work with?
We work with Oracle, Amazon, Azure, all leading platforms. No issues.
Okay. Move on to next question. Next question is from Mr. Mehul. Are we still maintaining NM? Are you expecting more government projects in next 2 years?
Yeah, we are still maintaining ENAM. I think technically speaking, we have one more year, one more calendar year to support ENAM. And government is already working on finalizing the specs for ENAM 2.0, wherein we would have to again go ahead with the go against the competition or go into the competition rather with other players. But definitely, yes, we are currently supporting managing that platform.
Okay. Next question is from Kojin. What is the revenue breakup between all your business verticals?
That I have already explained it. Like there are products, there are projects, there are revenue. So you can talk about the four verticals. So around 30-35 comes from facility management. Then there is a projects and development, which comes around 40-45. Balance is from either from products or revenue comes from pharmaceutical and AMC contracts. This is what the breakup.
Okay. Move on to next question from Ram Raj. Who are your banking agreements with?
We are banking with Yes Bank.
Okay. Next question is from Miss Sanika Kemani. Sir, what kind of growth are we looking at going 3 years down the lane?
This year we have planned around 30% growth in the next 3 years, something like we can call so that, around this 2023-24, around 30 crores of turnover we are expecting. Down the line 3 years, we are expecting around 40-45 crores of turnover. So every year around 30% of growth we are envisaging.
Okay. Next question is from Mr. Anurag Shah. What is the average employee cost?
Okay. So roughly around average cost comes out to be around 50 to 60,000 per month.
Okay. Move on to next question from Kojin. Which are top five industry that we are catering to and their revenue contribution?
Now, if you talk about this agriculture product, INA, so this is the one of the top. Then comes around, you can call as an our projects either from Dinshas or Spacewood or whatever. So these are the top, we can say another revenue. Third revenue which comes from is an HMIS, that is hospital management. So this is the third industry. And fourth is the pharmaceutical, where also a substantial revenue comes. Rest balance is through AMCs and all that. So these are the five industry verticals which it contributes.
Okay. Move on to next question from Bumper Robert. What will be pre-money and post-money valuation of the company and post-money PE ratio?
It's difficult. I cannot answer. Sorry, sir.
So we'll move on to next question. What is sales breakup of international and domestic sales?
So you can say domestic revenue, or you can say it's 30 to between 35 to 40% revenue comes from offshore, and balance is from domestic. Domestic
Okay.
sector comes from domestic.
Move on to next question from Srinivasan. How do you forecast manpower requirement basis the number of future contracts again? If in case those doesn't materialize, do you outsource manpower?
No, we don't outsource manpower because all these solutions are, highly confidential. I would say there are a lot of things. So we have our, I mean, as we have said, 30 plus, but we have also our team who is a senior team, which is 20 plus years with us. Our core team. And for just the general skill development, yes, we do hire. So in case those future contracts materialize or don't materialize, that hardly impacts our bottom line. So they can be utilized in some other projects. So, but then the core confidential functionality is handled by our core team itself.
Okay.
So we hardly rather we don't outsource anything. That's it.
Okay, move on to next question from Kojin. How many resources we have in India and other regions like UAE and Africa?
Sanjay sir?
I'll just brief you. All our development is carried out in our head office. Our the team sitting in UAE or Africa or any other places, they are only an implementation and training people. They go there, they either they take requirement for the customers and they pass on to our development team. So all core development happens in our head office, and only the implementation trainers and support team sits over. So you find in UAE we have got an office, we have got a support team, but they are all dedicated to only support and services. So this is in nutshell. So if you can say, if I say UAE, it depends upon the number of installations comes or whatever the business comes, then only we place people over there. Otherwise, only a few dedicated people for support seats over there. This is our problem. So at this moment, you can say in UAE we have got around 10, 15 people either supporting or if new implementation comes, then people get there. Same way in Africa, we may have around 5, 10 people sitting over there.
Okay. Move on to the next question from Abhishek Yadav. How does Micropro differentiates itself from its competitors?
I think already answered, but let me reiterate, because we believe in providing actual real-time solutions to the customer. We can like, I'll give you an example because there's no point repeating the same answers, but then I'll give you an example. The VNIT college, right? I mean, here, National Institute of Technology at Nagpur, they have a typical problem that they want to register 3,500 students in a span of 8 hours. Was their problem? It was not physically, logically possible for their teachers and their mentors, to check everything form of each 3,500 students and approve it, because they have the rules, guidelines from education ministry that they should have the department core subjects, they should have these many number of department electives, these could be the audit subjects, so on and so forth, right? But then we created a model engine for them, which validates this and gives an approval right there. So such kind of solutions, even if this is not easily built by normal software development vendors, right? This is where we differentiate ourselves. Like in modular furniture industry, we integrated and developed some piece of code for cutting plan optimization, whereby the optimized plan can be given to CNC machine for cutting, and thereby actually resulting into increasing their bottom line. So these are the kind of solutions which Micropro work in. And to give you further something from an historic example is the Bharat Heavy Electricals Limited. Basically, they go and erect the power projects in the country, right, which are awarded by either the state electricity boards or the power grid of the country. So the team of hardly 50, 60, 70 people walk in there from BHEL, and they have to execute almost 35,000 crores worth of project. So they require a management and a monitoring tool, plus managing their operations in terms of awarding a contract, monitoring the contract, bill passing, all that stuff. Such system also we wrote it for BHEL. That application was called Site Operations Management System. So we get into these custom projects only where there is hardly any competition. Let me tell you.
Okay. Move on to the next question from Bumper Robert. Is there any succession plan in place for second generation or professional management?
It will be professional management. Let me answer it in one word. It will be professional management. No second
Okay.
generation.
Okay.
Because again, as we look at it professionally itself, we require that definite skill, to take that further.
Okay. Next question is from Green Apple Life Sciences. What is the plan to move up value chain?
I think to the answer to this, Sanjay, would you like to take this?
I'm not getting that.
So basically, I think we have been, providing these kind of I mean, value to the customer, and definitely thereby we are moving up on that front as a partner with the customer. So I don't think, or rather, if it is meant something else, I really don't know. I mean, if they can elaborate it, I would be happy to answer that question.
Okay, let's move on to next question. Next question is from Srinivasan. My previous question on M&A, its margin and acquisition, meaning acquiring companies to beat the competition. Is there any plan for that?
We might acquire few to beat the competition, but as far as merger is concerned, it is a definite no. I hope Sanjay, yeah. So as far as mergers are concerned, it's no. But yes, for in few areas, I mean, if in particular products area, definitely in custom projects it's not required. But in one of the product area, if it is required, and if we feel that is worth buying, we would acquire that. There's no doubt.
We are open for acquisition.
Yeah. We're
Okay.
open for action.
Yes.
Next question is from Mr. Amit Bhatt. Why is the company coming with such a high valuation of 40 PE? If there is any chance in political establishment, what will the effect of our company on our company?
No, I think as far as value is concerned, no, it is not. I think 40 P, right? I mean that slightly details have to check. But then, as far as chance in political establishment, all these projects are non-stop projects, so nothing will stop. In any case, other government has to take this forward. Whatever names we have taken, it is not going to be affected by the political change, or maybe an. Or maybe because these are certain where we have worked in the core areas. So once the digital platform is established, the other government is going to carry it on, right? I mean, there is no chance. At the most, what can be worse in that case, it will continue in the same state. It may not have E 2.0.
Okay.
Yeah.
Move on to next question from Sanika Kimani. Going forward, what kind of sustainability EBITDA margin that are we looking at over a period of 2 to 3 years?
If you go through our slide which we have presented, so something like we have we can in 2023 it was around 28% of EBITDA. This year also we are expecting the same. I think so. Next around second and third, we may expect something higher. So definitely, if you go through our EBITDA, is around we are achieving around 25 to 30% of this margin, and our PAT was around say around 6 crores of our turnover. So hopefully we should achieve this target what we have set. So order booking or all these things in place. So hopefully we should able to get whatever the commitment we have given.
Okay. Move on to next question from Kojin. What is the average contract size do you have in hospital management and pharmacy?
Yeah, I'll just brief you. If you talk about something like if hospital we are selling in UAE market, it is nothing less than 500,000 dirhams. So you can say it comes out to be around $200,000. Is a normal price for an average 75 to 100 bedded hospital. So so this is the average price. It depends upon like what level of custom the modules you want, what types of modules you want, how many modules, how much services is required. It depends upon the costing. But this is the price of a single entity. We can call it as a single hospital. But if you have got a chain of clinics or pharmaceuticals, then that we call it as the operating units. That operating units get add on. So the contract size may go to $100,000 also, $1 million also. Depends upon the size of the hospital. And in India, definitely it's very less. If you call about in India hospital management, we hardly sell it for 25 to 30 INR, 30 lakh rupees.
Okay. Move on to next question from Green Apple Life Science. There's a huge jump in profits and margins in last few quarters. Is it sustainable for long term?
I'll just brief you about this margin. The jump in profit. There are few projects we were working from last 4 5 years. What has happened? Like that projects were on something like on a development phase. So that these products had got materialized, and then you can say the payment milestone has came. So that is one of the reasons where the profits have suddenly increased. In COVID period also, we get good amount of margins because the cost of operating was less. All people were working from home, so there was no cost on the site. So that had also added the profit margin. Definitely now, whatever the product we are going to launch, so we found that it was previously it was only on a development. A lot of expenses was going on. A lot of expenses was happening into our research and development because we have got a shift in the technology. Our people have shifted from, we can say, from the open source technology on the cloud version. So that has also, you can say, that is going to be materialized. We are hopeful that it should be sustainable for another 4 5 years comfortably.
Okay. Next question is from Group Kojin. What is the reason behind the sustainable profitability growth in FY23, or it is just become because of IPO?
I don't think so. If you look our company from last 35 years, Micropro was never into a loss. First of all, we had never sustained loss. If you see our assets, every year we are adding our assets. Thirdly, if you talk about like our margins and our we can say our brand into either into domestic or into UAE. So you can say our customers which we are able to retain. So there is no question of we just want to have. And secondly, there are zero debts of our company. We hardly have any debts from our bankers. Either we have defaulted into bankers. So there is no question we are looking for. Yes, for IPO we have gone. There are various reasons. Like if I want to now start an office in Saudi or other countries, so we have to have initial setup that establishment cost is going to be there. Thirdly, this pharmaceutical product which we are coming. Earlier we were very weak in the marketing to our metros. So this product now we want to take it to metro. So definitely the manpower which we are going to have is quite high. So our focus for another 2 3 years for domestic market will be high. So that is the real reason for going for a IP. And that is a genuine reason which I am giving.
Okay. Move on to next question from Kojin. And what is the sustainable margin that companies can maintain going forward?
See, I think I mean, before Sanjay takes, let me answer this question at a fundamental level. See, we are a combination of product and a projects company. And in a journey of 30 plus years, in few years, I mean, as we all have witnessed, a few products will be in boom, somewhere the customer project will be in boom. So, but then as far as sustainable margin is concerned, yes, we can maintain that we can assure you as a key management, because there will be definitely a shift in customer requirements as well, the way economy is changing, the way lifestyle of the people is changing. So there'll be, in few years there will be a product on higher side, in few years there will be a project on higher side, but as an overall, yes, sustainable margins will be maintained by the company, no doubt in that area.
Okay. Move on to next question from Sanika Kemani. What are the major growth drives for us?
The major
Drivers.
growth drivers for us on from this front is definitely, as see, I mean, if you look at us, where we started, they were all character based standalone computers. From that era to app, and now with Chat GPT and AI, definitely the technology change, the faster way of working, providing a value to the customer are the growth drivers for us. Continuing further. And our this team is always adaptable to a change. That was something which is the best part of micro. So
Okay.
anything changing, we are even adapted to the Chat GPT version of the software development. So right, so these are the major growth drivers.
Okay, sir. And next question is from Bumper Robert. What growth rate company can maintain for next 5 years?
No, I've already answered this question. We have said around 25 to 30% growth every year we are expecting.
Okay. Next question is from Sanika Khemani. What are the major risks that we face?
Yeah, I think the major risk which we face, the external risk which are there, which are faced by every company. So let me not talk about that. Those. The major one which possibly everyone is concerned about is basically, the human is the brain behind these softwares. If something happens to them, so we have, as I have already explained earlier, that we have, processes and the code control in place, which actually mitigates our risk as far as support to these major players are concerned going forward.
Okay. Next question is from Mr. Srinivas. Sir, is the past whether you have lost existing customers? In the past, whether you have lost existing customers? If so, what were the reasons and what were the learnings?
I will tell you in this case from a perspective of technology that whichever are our customers, we have lost on account of two things. One is because the change in management, wherein there could be a different thrust from the parent organization to bring in the software in the current organization could be one factor, or the second factor is wherein people have worked for with us for long duration, but now they want to go ahead with the standard software for certain other different business interest rate, right? So we have those. We had earlier ERP customers. Most of them migrated to SAP. Right. We have never lost those customers to our competition. It was always to a higher, IT player or the higher product for that matter in that category. Like if a hospital management case is lost to a Cerner, I would be happy, because I have not lost it with my peer. I have lost it with my senior. Right. So that's the kind of, this was the case in the past. And I'm taking a horizon of last 10 years. It is not one year or 2 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
Next question is from Mr. Sahil Modi. Any projections for your order pipeline?
I think that has been explained because unless I secure an order, I cannot. But the projections, as Sanjay has already said, anywhere between 25 to 30% growth is. We are confident of achieving it. We don't see
Okay.
that as a challenge.
Next question is from Green Apple Lifestyle. Are you planning for any new product launches in pharmacations? Uh, can you share? Can you share basic details?
This particular software, see, new products are going to be the add-ons and the change in business practices which are going to happen uh, in the field. I'll give you an example. If Apollo or maybe these kind of chains buys the software, then they would require an application which accepts the order locally and delivers it locally. So that piece of code might have to be developed. But as a software platform, it is one single platform which can cater to 1,000+ outlets in the country. It is already geared up. We have already developed it like that. So new product launches per se, unless it's an AI piece or this kind of additions which I have talked about, those would be the new areas wherein the things are required. And as far as the basic details of the current software is concerned, as we are all aware of, we have manufacturers in the country, we have wholesalers and distributors at a city level or a central warehouse level, then we have the local retailers. That's the kind of setup we have in this country. So we actually cater to a band of wholesalers and super distributors and the retailers both. So what happens, whenever I'll give you a case where it is useful. If a particular drug batch gets into a problem and FDA says that it has to be withdrawn from the market, then it is our application which enables you to withdraw, give you a traceability, the customer, the retailer who has bought this produce of which batch, when was it sold, how much he is holding, all that can be withdrawn. That's the kind of track and trace apart from this is offered by our solution. And it
Okay.
definitely has the basic inventory and the finance functionality. So there's no doubt on that.
Next question is from Bumper Robert. He's saying all the best for the IPO.
Thank you
Thank
very
you.
much.
Thank you very much.
I think we have covered majority of questions. We can close now. Thank you, Sanjay ji. Thank you, Manish ji, for giving
Thank you.
insights
Thank you.
about the company and IPO to the investors community. And thank you, investors who have participated for the IPO roadshow. Thank you once again.
Hope,
Thank you.
hope we
Thank
have
you.
answered all your queries and questions.
Yes.
Thank you, Pooja.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.